Hello again. It is day 3 of me starting to document this journey of mine, trying to get rich. A bit more volatility today. Overall, my portfolio isn't doing so great. We pulled back to around where it was when I made my first video. But yeah, that's to be expected. I'm not. I think the volatility is going to continue for a bit here as we trade in this sort of high 40s range until the next breakout. Today I just thought I would go through the 4 big things as to why I lost as much as I did in that flash crash. I feel like some of these are pretty obvious, but there are also some good ones as well. So yeah, future me, this is very important. So firstly, I took out leverage, which obviously is very advised against in investing. I always thought I knew the reasons why, but I guess I thought I was better, and that's obviously where the market can just burn you the most, right? When you're too overconfident. And so, yeah, I basically took out leverage on using my Bitcoin and Ethereum as collateral, which in itself is already unstable. So basically I had leverage on leverage, which means that basically as both of them came down, my collateral was going down, so my liquidation price was going higher, which meant that as both my position and my collateral went down, my liquidation price just skyrocketed up, which is why it got met, because I thought I was safe. But obviously that's assuming that your collateral is doesn't fall with your position. So yeah, that's the first mistake. Obviously it can be used to amplify your gains, which is what I was definitely intending it to use it for, but you can also amplify your losses. And yeah, that's when thinking that you're smarter than everyone else really doesn't work. The next thing was being, I guess, too overconfident in the market. I guess this came from just coming from October, starting November, which everyone would think would be the start of the end of year run that the traditional markets normally have. And November's also been a month where Bitcoin has historically done really well, but history is always an indicator until it isn't. So yeah, I was too overconfident in what the market would do. Obviously, I guess the market always tends to go the opposite way of the way the majority are thinking. And yeah, so that's the second point. And then my third point is overcommitting to the position. And even now, I'm still committing to that position because it wasn't closed on me forcefully. So, I'm just committing to it in hopes that it will go up, which is obviously a mistake, but I feel like, there might be, I feel like the end of year might be a really good time, as well as, because the traditional markets have got a battering recently, and I don't think that's likely to continue, but anything can happen. But I feel like the general atmosphere in the space right now is extreme fear, and so that's the times where you want to be buying, right? So with all my part-time work money, I'm going to be DCAing into those cryptocurrencies. And yeah, so overcommitting to that position is my third point. Obviously I don't want to close out those positions, otherwise all that collateral that went to waste it was completely gone then. And yeah, I still believe in it long term, so if I can keep it for as long as I want it to, then I'm sure it'll succeed. But obviously that depends on it actually continuing, and my position not getting liquidated. If something else happens that drives it maybe to like 30k or something like that, something crazy, like anything's possible at this point. But yeah, I don't think I'll commit any more collateral to that position just to cover my bases, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. And then my final point is that I used a short-term method, so my leverage position, on something that for me is meant to be for long term. So I wanted to amplify my gains using. So my thesis is for my bull thesis as to why the technology is the future, is for the long term. Yet I thought I could use that to trade on a short-term time frame. Does that make sense? Yeah. So leverage trading and those positions in general are meant to be short held, and so yeah, I guess committing to a short-term kind of trade thing for something that's long-term is was what I deem a not so smart choice. And I have these people that I follow, and one of them says like anything can happen in the short run, like the fair value of a stock, say, can completely deviate from where the stock is actually, whether that be undervalued or overvalued. But that's where it creates opportunities. But in the short term, anything can happen. But over the long run, a successful company or a successful technology or cryptocurrency will always lead to a success in the price action. So yeah, those are my 4 mistakes, and future me, do not do that again. All right, bye.